Welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner. Thanks for spending your last Saturday of June with us. This month flew by.
It really did, and it was stinking hot, and it was miserable. This was
very
the most
hot.
miserable June of my life.
Well, and you're also looking forward to July because not only do we have July 4th coming up this week, but also your birthday. So I guess this is technically like your happy birthday.
Should this
Delco
be?
Duo. I didn't get you anything, but yeah, happy birthday.
Should this be my birthday?
Because next Saturday it would have passed.
Yeah, it's already passed.
Yeah.
And I always go by like when my birthday is closest to the weekend. And since it falls on Tuesday, it's technically closest to this weekend.
Yes.
So you probably should have done a little bit more, although I did nothing for your birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday! Yeah!
I do love my birthday.
Actually, I did do something for your birthday, so let's take it to the debrief. I brought you on a wonderful trip to the John Hines National Wildlife Refuge to spend some time outdoors.
We did. We got some good quality time. We teamed up with our friends from Visit Delco, and they took us to John Hines, okay? Because Jenna and I were talking, we actually couldn't remember the last time we've been to John Hines. We think we took a field trip.
Right.
I took a field trip there, you took a field trip, and we're like, what have we been here? And then once we got there, it brought us right back to the field trip. I was like, oh yeah.
Yes.
I've been on a field trip here. So here's us revisiting John Hines.
Whoa! Take a look up there.
What's that?
What's that?
Oh my goodness.
So much to see here in Tinicum. We're at the John Hines National Wildlife Refuge Delco Duo, taking on some fun summer activities.
Yeah, don't let your summer be a bore. You can do kayaking, fishing, hiking, so much to do right here in Delco. And you know, we're not very outdoorsy, so if we can handle it, so can you.
All right, let's do it. Come on. Hopefully there's no bears.
I think a few groundhogs, you'll be fine.
I'm not wearing my hiking shoes.
You definitely look like you're going to brunch.
John Hines National Wildlife Refuge is part of the National Wildlife Refuge system, which has more than 580 different wildlife refuges across the country. But if you go to any one of them, they look pretty different to the one you can find here. We're an urban wildlife refuge, which means that we're so close to Philadelphia and Delaware County, and so we have a lot more opportunities for programming and reaching people and connecting people to nature. We want people to know that this is a place where they can come for free, bring their families, and build this relationship with nature. It's like a place where you can be calm and connect.
We're currently on the big boardwalk, which is really close to the visitor center. On our maps, you'll see it as the big boardwalk loop, and it's about 0.5 miles. We have an ADA accessible path that leads from the visitor center down to this boardwalk, which is accessible as well. You can hear birds at any point along the trails here, but here you really get a good audio experience. We typically have, on warm days like this, a lot of our turtles bathing on their bathing platforms or on their natural logs. It's a great place to see our charismatic megafauna and see all the birds that we have here. We have over 10 miles of trails at the refuge. You can combine them in any way. Photography is really popular, birding is popular. There are spots you can fish, and for birding, of course, binoculars can be handy. So at the visitor center, there are binoculars to borrow and check out, as well as fishing rods.
Yay! Oh, I did it!
There you go.
And now we wait. Oh, yours went pretty far.
There we go.
Have you fished before, Monica?
I have.
Okay, so she's hustling all of us.
Can't you see how this is relaxing?
I feel like I'm too impatient to fish.
This is what we should do. Like on the weekends, me and you come out, de-stress, and fish.
Who's better, the kids or us?
I got you guys. The kids sometimes hook each other.
Well, we just started, so.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And furthest wins.
Oh, I lost.
All right, Jenna, add it to our resume.
We are no longer broadcasters, we're pro-casters.
Absolutely. What a nice day at John Hines.
All in a day's work now. We gotta catch dinner. Stop touching me.
It's too hot. It's too hot for this. You're wearing a nice knit sweater.
We are. We're too loud to be at a refuge.
Fun times.
fun time. So thanks to Wingy and Carmelita for showing us all around John Hines, and there's so many different things to do there. So really fun when the weather's nicer to get out there. And the big boardwalk, the bird watching was beautiful. So definitely we'll have to go back, bring the fam.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And there's so much to learn. And then what's cool about, the boardwalk is you're like walking it and you see the birds, and then they have like identifiers of birds.
Yeah.
Like right there on the boardwalk. So you're like, oh,
It's like I Spy.
Sandpiper.
The kingfisher. The kingfisher was the bluebird. We saw a I forget what it's called now. Was it the heron? A blue heron? We saw a blue heron. We saw a lot of cool things. So John Hines National Wildlife Refuge, check it out if you're looking for something to do in Delco.
Absolutely. All right.
Now we're looking to solve your problems.
Okay, this is a big one.
Whoa, this is a big one.
Tiana from Tinicum. Every so often, me and 4 of my childhood friends get together for happy hour. Problem is, one of our girls' boyfriends started joining us. No offense, he's a nice guy, but we really don't know him well, so it's kind of awkward. Plus, it's a girl thing. She tells us he's coming, and he doesn't seem to mind or ask if we mind. Is this weird? We don't want to hurt her feelings, so how do we get her to not include him?
These are the type of issues I love because you've provided us with so much information, so we have a little bit more background. So as always, the Delco Duo, we take your issues anonymously and we solve them for you. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, it's funny because I just went to dinner last night. It was 4 of my girlfriends. I would be so annoyed
if one brought their boyfriend or husband.
Yes. I
think
feel like you could just, I would outright just be like, no, it's a girls' night.
The bigger problem is they don't know him that well, so he probably can't really contribute to the conversation that much. And if they've been childhood friends, I mean, that's a very, very long friendship.
Yes.
And we all have a friend's husband was sort of like the first of the group that came to everything and is always around. And when you know them well, they feel like one of the girls. It's just like, oh, John's one of the girls. But having a stranger, throws the dynamic.
Yeah, after a while, he won't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like you said, in the beginning, when it's the first boyfriend, it's fun. Like, he's like, oh, I'm so cool hanging with these girls, or, they love me. And then after a while, it wears off and it's not going to be fun anymore.
I wonder if they're like in a newer relationship, because when you're in a newer relationship, you want to bring your boyfriend everywhere. Like, you can't go anywhere. You're conjoined at the hip. You are doing absolutely everything together. So let's just let her enjoy that phase maybe. But I do think it's a little bit rude that she just says, oh, he's coming. Not like, oh, do you guys mind?
Yes, I would give it a little bit, maybe just 1 or 2 more times, and then maybe it'll wear off. Like I was saying, I think it'll start to wear off. And then if it doesn't, you could definitely be like, when you start to plan where, when, girls only. You can say that.
Or I'll pick you up. I'll come get you.
Yeah.
And then maybe that'll be the hint, so you guys don't come together.
Girls only. You can say that.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but just let her live out the beginning of this relationship.
Infatuation.
Have him come along, and then if it starts to get real bad, maybe she just has to sit out the next couple of girls' nights out.
Three girls is
you don't want to disinvite anybody, but if it's starting to get annoying, then maybe you guys just kind of do your own thing and she'll get the hint.
Absolutely.
All right, coming up next, we've got another issue for the Delco Duo, and this one's interesting. It's about moms going out with their new babies. Somebody spotted something different on the stroller, so we'll tell you about that.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo, and we've got Delco news. Paris Olympics. We've got some representation.
We do, and I hope there's more. I'm really excited about this, but I hope we've got lots of Delconians that are gonna bring their spice.
We're gonna try and keep track of all of it, but sometimes it's hard to do because there's actually like a lot of athletes. Mm-hmm. But 28-year-old middle distance runner, Strathaven High School graduate. Wait, what's her name? Allie Wilson. Allie Wilson.
I'm sorry, Allie.
Allie Wilson heading to Paris.
I saw a video on social media of her family watching the moment that they realized that she's going to be going to the Olympics. And it was so cute. They were just in the living room, just, so excited. I think it was her mom who looked like she fell to the ground and was just crying, cannot believe that her daughter is going. And Strathaven,
Strathaven.
It's amazing. So
that's backyard.
Yeah. So if you know anyone in Delco that is currently either qualifying or going to the Olympics, email us. There's such a long history of Olympic athletes from Delco.
Yes.
We did the boys in the boat. Remember, we had that trivia question the one time. So really, really cool. Exciting times.
Let us know if we're missing anything. Just because, again, it's actually a large amount of athletes that go to Paris from not just
the area,
Delco,
from Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia area, the greater Philadelphia area. So we want to support them all.
All right. Congratulations, Allie. Looking forward to watching your journey there with the Olympics. Let's get to our second issue of the evening. This one comes from Angela from Aston. What's going on, Angie?
Okay, I recently saw a new mom and her baby out. I love babies, so I went over to see the little cutie, but the stroller had a do not touch tag. I've never seen this before.
So I had to do a little bit more research because I was thinking to myself, what is
a do not
touch tag? Is it literally a piece of paper that you write do not touch? So
how obnoxious is this tag?
So we do have an image of what the do not touch tag looks like. And this is a really cutesy one that I found from Etsy, but this is basically what you can purchase. It says, please do not touch. Your germs are too big for me. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can say, at first glance, that's kind of weird. But I think it's also weird that I love babies, so I went over to see the little cutie.
That's not weird at all. I think it's a generational thing. Our parents' generations, I don't think that they even think about germs or, don't kiss the baby's face. The amount of times that I had to tell my in-laws and just a newborn's face. Everyone should know.
Family.
So even
family.
You have to tell family that. I can't. You didn't care if they were kissing?
No.
Oh my God.
Family to me can kiss babies.
No, they can kiss the babies, but not top of the head. If you're going in for the cheek or anywhere near this, that was driving me nuts. And even my mom too. But top of the head, arm, legs preferred. Kiss the little thigh, the chunky thigh.
Oh, how nice. Kiss the toenail, the foot, and you're good.
That's preferred for me. I don't know. As a new mom, not really a new mom anymore now that he's one, but still new mom. The tag is a little odd to me. I think people should just know that you shouldn't touch a stranger's baby.
People should know. And I think most people do.
Would you even see that tag? I feel like I wouldn't even notice it.
I really think you're calling more attention to your baby by putting that tag there. I will be honest, maybe my kids weren't cute. No one came up to me and said, can I touch your child?
You were never pushing your kid in a stroller and a stranger in the store came over and wanted to look in?
Not a single person.
That's really bizarre to me.
I never dealt with it.
I feel like I dealt with that.
No.
Never wanting to touch, but just peeking in and being like, oh, he's so cute, or, just coming in to take a look.
I had one obnoxious woman say, you should put a hat on her. She looks cold. I was like,
Speaking of generations, that's a whole other issue.
That annoyed me. But other than that, no, I did not feel like there were a large amount of people wanting to see and touch my baby. It was just...
I think that, to answer the question, Angela, I think that, yes, this is newer. I think this purchasing of your germs, I think that's a newer thing. Right. I never saw that before.
But I also think it's because it's on Etsy. You know what I mean? So, one person made it on Etsy and everybody's ordering them. You know what I mean?
The culture definitely shifted after COVID. So I think maybe things like that now are more normalized versus before then. I think you would have been looked at really oddly if your child had a tag on them, but
your germs are too big for me.
It's the truth,
does that mean?
If you don't kiss a baby, please. I know Monica didn't care. Don't kiss a baby. That's what I should say. Don't kiss me. You can touch, but don't kiss.
Obviously, I totally agree with you. Never, ever touch, kiss, whatever, a stranger's baby.
But family's fine.
Family, I'm fine with. But I really, the tag, I don't know. I think it's calling more attention.
Yeah, I definitely, if I saw that tag, would be like, oh, you're a little strange.
Yeah.
But if you know, I get it.
Sometimes I feel like people think like, oh, I have a baby. Everybody loves my baby. I got 2 of my own. All
right,
about yours.
Coming up next, we've got one of our own issues to bring to the Delco Duo table, so stick around. And welcome back. You're watching the Delco Duo last Saturday night of June. If you can believe it, July is on the doorstep, which means so is your birthday.
So is my birthday, and I'm working this birthday.
The first time that I think that you ever worked here.
Decade.
In a decade.
Yeah, I never work my birthday.
Even before you got to PHL 17.
Yeah, because usually my birthday falls on such a better day. Usually it's
not
like
a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's not a Tuesday. This is the worst. Because it's so close to 4th of July, so I usually will try and turn it into like a whole like week or.
Oh no, I know. I know.
And
I am always working 4th of July because Monica's always off.
And so
I will take that from you.
I didn't try.
That is my birthday
this.
gift to you every year.
Yes, I know, and I love it, and I thank you. But this year I didn't try and spin it, so I just did like the 4th and on.
And you're on the downward slide to the big 4-0.
I can't believe it.
Here we go.
I can't believe it, but my mom keeps telling me, I think she's doing this on purpose, that like this is your like best time of your life. This is what she tells me.
Do you feel that way?
I kind of, and I feel like I've been telling you this. I do feel as though there's a little bit of a renaissance in my life right now, and I'm feeling that way.
Okay, that's good.
Just because things got real shaky. When
the young kids,
when the babies were so young,
I get it.
I was feeling super overwhelmed with the babies.
Yeah.
And now that I have a little bit more control of things again,
and they're like little people now.
They're little people. They're really cool. I feel like because the kids have gotten easier, my job has gotten a little bit more controlled and easier, and I'm like a little bit smoother sailing. And so there's like a renaissance. I'm having fun again. I'm having fun again.
You're in Portugal.
Yes, I'm having fun. So I can kind of see where my mom is saying like these are the fun times with your family.
And then after the fun times, it's just all downhill from there.
No. She
just keeps going up and up.
It keeps going up.
Oh, okay.
And then comes retirement, and I am pumped for that.
You've got some time before retirement, but that is not your issue this evening. So let's get to whatever's bothering you.
Okay.
What's Monica crying about?
I have been taking Josephine to swim lessons.
Yes.
And it's in Chester County.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. So far.
So far away.
So far. Might as well be in Easterbib.
It really is. So I'm going like all the way past Westchester.
Okay.
You're really out there. And I'm driving, and there's houses on this road. This road is kind of a windy back road, and there's houses a little bit set back from the main road. And all of a sudden I see there's like a mailbox, and then there's 2 booster car seats on the side of the road near the mailbox.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, we need those. I've got 2 kids right now in like big car seats.
Right.
In like those, like, you go
convertible.
Yeah,
like the toddler 3-in-1,
yes.
4-in-1.
Right. But next up is like,
is it the high back booster?
Yeah, high back
it's
boosters.
Like picturing that it's like the little seat and then like a soft.
Yeah, there's no like
cup holders.
There's no belts with it.
Okay.
You put the seat belt on.
All right, I have envisioned what you are seeing.
This is like, the 5 and 6 year olds go in these like car seats. And I'm like, oh, that's the next step up for my kids. We need those. We were going to have to buy them anyway. Perfect. I swing, the car around, and I pull into their driveway, and I pick up the car seats, and I put them in. They've got cobwebs on them. They're like dirty kind of.
So these have been used. We've determined that they're not new.
They didn't even look that used. They just had like cobwebs. Like
they looked like they'd been stored for a while?
Stored for a while. But really nice, Graco, whatever you want to call them. Put them in the back, and I get them home. No, but I don't even. And
I've never trash picked in my life.
Yes.
I have always see like the free signs and I've never grabbed anything before.
Well, that's what
I'm always
so
too scared.
I put them in the back. So then I open up the back of the car and I'm like, huge. You'll never believe I got these for free. You know, they were on the side of the road. He goes, did they have like a free sign or take me?
Yeah.
And I said, well, no, they were just near the mailbox. He goes, are you sure that they were for you? Like,
Have you ever heard of this thing called Facebook Marketplace, where people interact with one another and they say, I'll leave it at the mailbox for you to come get, or I'll leave it here for you to come pick up?
Do you think that's what this was?
I personally would not have taken them unless they did have the sign that says, the sign normally says free. Take me, trash. Like there's normally some sort of indication that this is for the taking.
But it was like right on the street. I thought like if it was
next to the mailbox.
next to the mailbox. If it wasn't for the taking, I thought it would have been set back a little bit more. It never even crossed my mind that this wasn't just for the taking until Eugene said, "Did it have a sign?"
I don't know.
I feel like I maybe stole something.
Yeah, I think you did. I don't think that I would have taken them, but it's too late now.
I don't even.
But
remember
also,
where the house
I've heard
was
so
because
many
it's
horror
like,
stories about people taking things, and then they're like, I mean, I don't think a car seat would be haunted, but you know, it comes with bad juju.
No, don't say that because those are my babies in those car seats.
Well, you know what I mean. Not that bad.
We're definitely going to use up. I mean, this is perfect.
Oh my
there
God.
were two. I have two babies.
If you're missing a car seat, Booster,
I'm sorry.
you know who to call.
In Chester County, I forget what road it was. Again, this was middle nowhere. I can't remember.
Oh my God. All right, let's get to the trivia question. How many car seats has Monica stolen in her life? No, for real though. What percentage of PA's remaining coastal wetland is John Hines National Wildlife Refuge home to? This is in honor of our trip.
Yes.
All right, so here's the question. What percentage of PA's remaining coastal wetland is John Hines National Wildlife Refuge home to?
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot more than you think, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
80%. This is sad. This is not good.
I mean, this PA, like the entire state, and we have 80%.
I mean, it's large. It's a large refuge, but we're talking
coastal wetland.
coastal wetland.
And we've got 80% right at the wildlife refuge. So I just think
it's so important. They were telling us about the flooding management.
Yes.
Wingy, who works there, was telling us about how it's really important for flooding management because obviously we had a lot of flooding in the area.
Yes.
So there's so many things beyond just the wildlife protection that it's needed for.
Yes.
So yeah, 80%. It's big, but when you put it into perspective,
we
not a lot.
really need to protect that land. Love 95, but we need to protect that land.
Well, that was also like the history that we learned at the visitor center. Like 95 was supposed to cut right through that. It was supposed to be developed.
Yeah, and
then the government was like,
stopped
nah.
it.
1970, they were like, this is federally preserved, protected land.
Thank
so
goodness.
if you're looking for something to do, again, John Hines, check it out. Thanks to Visit Delco for sending us there. And they send us to all different fun places. So
Yeah,
you'll have to wait
theater,
and see where we go next.
Hiking.
But if you want to get in contact with us.
Yes, Delco Duo at phl17.com. Send us your issues. Send us your concerns.
Send us your address if those were your car seats.
Were those
so
your car
Monica
seats?
can then turn them back around and return them to you. I am now concerned for those children who live in the house.
Or wish me a happy birthday.
Oh, yes, true. Happy birthday. You can do that as well. Thanks so much for joining us.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.